the people are supposed to go, is not accountable for. Like, for instance, if Rudiger makes a bad pass and dashes the ball to Kane and Kane scores, yes, it's a mistake. People know that, but at the end of the day, it has to be called out. I think I felt Bayern Munich like that, but that's what I feel, and it has to be said. I'm not saying anybody is above mistake, but that was a costly one for Bayern Munich, honestly, and I didn't expect it from him. Fancy TV, wow! The highest level of football. This one is today. How again? Real Madrid with their Madrid mystery. Never blink on them. You can put your money anytime, any day. This team continues to dominate Champions League in Europe. It's beginning to look like a domestic league for Real Madrid. To look at this one today, guys, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you, Reggie. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for having me.
Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Mimi, back again, my bro.
Thank you very much again. Another successful prediction from me in the finals. I was texting
Prophet
yesterday. And
I thought he said PSG will carry this.
No. I asked Osborne. I said all the way to the final, and they will play the winner of Manchester City and Real Madrid. And here we are. And I can tell you categorically that Dortmund will win the Champions League.
Okay. Good to hear that. We are 2 weeks away. We'll find out very soon. But it's looking like that prediction will come to pass. I really don't know, but this Real Madrid looks. Okay, let me start with you. This game today, I was watching the game for the first 60 minutes. I began to wonder what Ancelotti and Thomas Tuchel were doing. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid defended narrow, and Bayern Munich defended narrow and left spaces in the wings. The Real Madrid were attacking narrow as well. What's his name? Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Vinicius. They are playing compact in the middle of Bayern Munich defense. Each time Madrid swing the ball out wide, he had Carvajal and the other guys. So they were doing nothing with it. So it was like Bayern Munich said, okay, you can have the space in the wings, we'll wait for you in the middle. And for 60 to 65 minutes, this was going on and nothing was happening. I don't know. What did you think about that setup? The way these two teams set up in the beginning. It was until they opened the game up that these goals came into the game.
Yeah, I think it was a case of using your best assets and trying to capitalize on the perceived liabilities or frailties of your opponent. If you watch the fullbacks, especially on the right side, both Carvajal and Kimmich are pretty weak going on their left side. But they are really solid fullbacks if you try to take them from the wings. And I think that's what they try to do with Vinicius coming in and taking advantage of his ability to use both feet really well, especially his right foot. On the other hand, Gnabry on the other side, as much as he can use his left foot, he's quite ambidextrous. He's also stronger using his right. And then you have the dribbling skills of Musiala also supporting him there. So I think both teams had good wingers that play more inverted than usually hogging the lines. Though Bayern were forced at the point with the substitution of Gnabry to now go more on the wings with Davies being a left-footed player and being someone that can really play very well as a winger. And so, it was a very pulsating semi-final. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very open for a semi-final, yet, very enjoyable. The defenses were up for it. Both defenses played really very well. And then they had chances going back and forth. I guess both teams decided, okay, let's just go at it. Let's see how it goes offensively more than defensively. And it was a spectacle.
Yeah, basically, let me bring you in here as a Real Madrid fan watching this game today. Yeah, at the end of the day, it looked very spectacular and looked exciting. But for last part in this game, it was more of a lack of quality at the end of each side. Both teams missed chances. Both teams made poor decisions. Final pass or final actions, led the teams. And as a Real Madrid fan, were you worried? How did you see the game? Do you think Bayern Munich, were you surprised with the way Bayern Munich set up and how you panned out for the large parts of the game?
Actually, no. I wasn't surprised. So, ironically, going into the game, I was convinced Madrid would have easily walked over Bayern Munich at the Bernabeu. But then, as soon as the game started, 10-15 minutes in, Madrid were, mounting the pressure and looked like people that really wanted to play. Right? But then, after a little while, the game began to balance. And when I saw the game balance, I knew there was a problem. And then, eventually, Bayern Munich scored. And we were missing a couple of good chances, like really good chances. Manuel Neuer was having a very excellent game, and the Real Madrid's play pattern was the whole idea was to overload a certain part, right? So there was a massive overload on the left-hand side with Rodrigo, Bellingham, and Vinicius playing off of the left. And then what that did was it drew the Bayern defense all the way to the left, and it allowed Carvajal a lot of free space on the right side, which is something that Lucas Vázquez didn't take advantage of in the last game. And to be honest, I feel like the game went really wrong for Bayern when they took off Kane. When they took off Kane, it was a very bad decision. It was a very bad decision. I myself, I was concerned when Carlo Ancelotti took off Valverde. He took off Valverde. I was like, you can take every other person off of that field, but don't take off Valverde. And well, I guess it was to a certain degree we were lucky. We were lucky because these are two titans. But I mean, you can never rule Madrid out, especially at the Bernabeu. You can never rule Madrid out. Yeah, teams have come to the Bernabeu as where Madrid have been the underdog, but you can just never rule Madrid out at the Bernabeu. And again, the atmosphere there, the fans and the noise and the pressure, they played their own part. And Joselu, I didn't even understand why they put Joselu in that game. To be honest, I was complaining, I was screaming, I was shouting, why are you putting this guy in a game? Well,
yeah, I hear you. Of course, Real Madrid at this level, every year in, year out, these guys keep, especially with Don Carlo, keep proving everybody wrong and keep doing the same thing year in, year out. But Benzema has the same thing continues. Jude, let me ask you. I know people like Vincenzo will take the headlines and stuff, but in this game, personally, I think Rudiger was very, very integral to this win for Bayern today. Can you bring him into the show?
Rudiger.
No, about Jude.
Say that again?
No, Jude, that's what it.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. I don't know how to start, but it was a very disciplined performance for me, for Bayern Munich. They came with a game plan, they stuck with it, and they nearly got away with it. I can't really fault the Bayern Munich side and their setup. It was for me, it was almost going to be a Tuchel masterclass, having gotten that good, being in front of Madrid. The defense was right. They put all the right foot forward. Madrid on their parts also adapted. They knew the strength of the Bayern Munich side, having those very quick chaps, on the flanks. not really from the middle, but they have those guys on the flank, Sane and Gnabry. You know, Hulia got injured and Alphonso Davies came on, you know, doing one of those his mazy runs and then having that flash on goal. I mean, you will always expect that. I think he has scored a goal like that a long time ago in one of the Champions League games, you know, then. So, you know, for some reason, I don't know why he's not a regular in that team, but for me, he's a fantastic footballer, you know. So, but again, the way Madrid started the game, you can see they were very upbeat. They came into the game, you know, with the confidence, knowing that they are going to get a result. This was not the game they played in Munich. You know, yeah. If you look at those two games properly, this was not the game they played in Munich. So, Carlo and his crew went back and did a thorough, you know, evaluation of that game in Munich. And they came in, the defense was focused, Rudiger and Nacho were impeccable in all they did today. But like he's always said, you know, when you are playing Madrid, you never blink. Don't just blink. Your eyes have to be open like a torchlight. You just have to be open until you hear the last whistle. And that was what happened today. So immediately, Neuer made that mistake, gifted that goal. Loss of concentration, and they hit another warning. So that was the drama that always comes with Madrid. Most people would think somehow some people think it's RNG all the time. But
I'm going to come to appreciate now. Give me, I'm not sure with you on that one. Then I get you. But let me talk. You know, let me talk to Baba. Baba, as a defender yourself, or defensive midfielder, today I watched Rudiger. I don't know if Vinicius Junior will take the headlines on the attacking players, but Rudiger, for me today, even in attacking sense, was very key to this result for him. But I don't know how did you see him in the game?
Well, I think to me, Rudiger, I can't really predict the kind of player he is sometimes. Sometimes he play like a bulldozer. Sometimes he play like a gentle guys in the defense. But if you look at the goal, how the goal comes in, because a little time he give a little space. That's how Davies tried to maneuver him to the right and play the ball into the net. Technically, what he used to do, he used to close marking the player. He would not allow them to have a breathing space. But this time around, he has been doing that, and he's committing a lot of foul, holding players, you know, before you mark. I don't know what kind of pattern he is. I don't know, maybe he just started doing that. To me, I think it does not do very well the way I was expecting him to do. I've listened to other viewers, what I've said about the game today. I think the game was different from Munich than the Bernabeu. But regardless of that, I think Madrid and the Munich, they did very well. They did very well. But the only thing that I observe about Madrid is like, if we had a lot of players on the wings, we need a point man. We really need a point man. Because most of those goals, there are some goals that, you know, come to the striker that you just need to play to the net. You don't need to stress yourself. So if Madrid continue playing the kind of anyone can score, I think we are going to find it so difficult. But there are some teams that, you know, technically they are very defensive culture. Like Bayern Munich now, look at their defense was so well organized. All the ball that Vinicius was playing outside was just displaying to them. Nobody was disturbing the 5 and 6. Someone must stand between the both of them. But there's no one there. So I think, to me, probably maybe Carlos and his team should go back and do their thorough research very well. I think they need a striker. Madrid need a point man, regardless of what skillful player that we had in the middle.
Yeah,
so that's my view.
I hear you. Yeah, what's the overview of the game? But pay attention to, you know, sometimes, like I always say, I was in the grassroots for football, coaching and running the academies for a long time. There are sometimes the referees, They will not call penalty against you. They won't give you red card, but they can make some technical calls that sometimes denies you some games. Today, I mean, in the modern football, referees are asked not to, the linesmen are asked not to be too quick to raise their flag or blow the whistle. Allow the game to flow, even you're not if it's 50-50. They never, help. The goal that was allowed for Bayern Munich, I don't blame the referee. I blame the linesman. The referee and the linesman, they are too quick to make that call because normally you allow the goal like the one that Real Madrid scored. If the referee had blown his whistle before that goal went in, they will cancel the goal. But because they let the ball flow, they let the referee do his job. On the other hand, the linesman on the other side didn't even wait 1 second. He raised his flag and the referee blew the whistle. The ball, I know after the whistle went, the Madrid defense probably stood. But again, the action was in the box. Anything could have happened. So I don't know how you see that action and the general view about the game.
Yeah, and that's why it's called the beautiful game. Mistakes are prone to happen. It's human beings are the referees. As much as Odunze's husband is here, he knows what I'm talking about. As more, they are human beings with emotions and going through the moment at that time. So we can't categorically just come here to bash them after it has happened. Yes, again, they're humans, they're prone to mistakes, and that's the human element in the game of soccer. But I have to go deeper into this game. And I don't think, that call was the catalyst for Bayern Munich losing this game. I think the catalyst for Bayern Munich losing this game was a tactical ineptitude of Thomas Tuchel at a particular time. If you did observe, they were playing a fluid 4-2-3-1 formation, holding Madrid. Alphonso Davies scored that goal, and before you knew what was happening, he switched on the 72nd minute. He switched the formation to a 5-man defense. The moment he did that, I just said in the forum where I'm at, Madrid will win this game. Because what are you doing now? You're inviting
pressure.
More pressure because Madrid was on the ropes. They weren't getting in. And what was happening was Kane was getting those balls and laying it out to Sané on the other side and Davies on the other side. Madrid couldn't cope with their pace. The moment you took Alphonso Davies back to go play as a left wing back, that whole outlet became a miss. And the substitution, I think he was just too carried away. He was being naive. Even if you want to make that substitution, typically you wait until maybe the 82nd, 83rd minute. What he did is he tired out those central midfielders where they got tired because of instead of a central midfield where they were compacted into a 5, it was now a 3. Madrid took advantage of that, and his substitutions, oh my God, taking away Harry Kane, taking away that outlet, all of those stuff that he did, I was a little bit disappointed in Thomas Tuchel today. I was really...
I know, like you said, on hindsight, it's easy to criticize, but we have seen teams do that many times and they get away with it. Do you think it's that switching of formation or more?
Oh, no,
the players adapted.
No, it wasn't the players. This was on coaching. Coaching cost Bayern Munich this game. As I said, typically, you say people do that. They wait till 84 minutes, 83 minutes, 84 minutes. You read the game. Okay, what happened? What he did was this. Even if that game went to extra time, Bayern Munich had no chance because their outlets, Kane, Sané, all of them have been pulled out.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. So I'm talking about the switching, the way, because he could have still had those players, like you said, he could have still had Alphonso Davies in the game, play more defensive, but when they have the ball, he can, lead the counter.
All he needed to do was, in my own opinion, again, I'm not a coach that earns millions. Again, the moment he made that substitution, I said it was over. All he needed to do was he needed to catch Madrid on the break. And how he needed to catch Madrid on the break was still maintaining that formation that he had. He didn't have to change all of that because even the players that he brought in, think about it. He brought in Choupo-Moting. Choupo-Moting is not known for speed. He brought in Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller is not known for.
Muller, that one I didn't understand.
He's not known.
That's the one I don't even understand.
He's not known.
That was when I lost it.
So he's not known.
Is it crazy?
The contract that says he was playing.
No, the question, the inquest people need to ask Thomas Tuchel now will be: you're bringing in Thomas Muller, you're bringing in Choupo-Moting. These are players not known for speed. What was the mindset if you wanted to catch Madrid on the break with the 5-3-2 formation? What was the concept? And he lost it at that point, and I was really disappointed. And I said that's why Bayern Munich needed a new coach. He sold this game to. He gave Madrid this game easy.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about Tuchel all day. Let me talk with Jude again. I mean, because of what Noah has achieved or done in this game, I know many people say it's a mistake, but at this level, at that time, that crucial time, don't you think that was a very, very, very costly mistake against Bayern, because he gave Real Madrid a lifeline into the game and capitalized on it. So because if you were other goalkeepers with other teams, I'm sure for the next 2 weeks it's going to be on the internet bashing and people calling for his head.
Definitely, you see. I mean, you can easily listen tonight to other pundits and what they'll say about that substitution. Never in my wildest dream I would think that you're going to bring in Thomas Muller in a game like this that you are not sure of running down the time. What you have done, you removed Harry Kane, who has been a constant threat in the middle, and you don't even have the midfield. Because Bayern never had the midfield from minute 1 to the end. They never had the midfield. Toni Kroos managed the midfield very well until Luka Modric came on and continued from where he stopped. So it was a shame that Gnabry had to leave, But it was also a blessing in disguise for them, because the guy that came on got the goal. Yeah. So,
but where do you place Noah's mistake? I mean, Bayern Munich are one goal up at that stage. At this level, that kind of mistake shouldn't be overlooked.
Well, I don't know. Those kind of mistakes, it's something you can't think of. You can't even imagine it. I mean, but again, you saw what it shows you is the hunger in the Madrid side. That goal Joselu scored is a goal Jude Bellingham always scores.
Exactly.
Always waiting for that rebound, always waiting for that second ball to come through, and then you just poke it in. So I mean, if you have watched Madrid all season and see that how they get in the beginning of the season when Bellingham arrived, those are the kind of goals. Those are the majority of goals he was scoring. Being very quick to react inside the box. It's a bad day for Neuer, who has been excellent all through the game, but at that very moment, he lost it. And that's what I say again about this kind of nights. You don't make such mistakes. If you make it, definitely you'll be punished. And this is Real Madrid. Everybody knows where they are headed. I mean, the 15th one is what everybody wants. That's what is in their head. And if you know how the boys think about the Champions League, I'm not sure any team thinks about it the way it's thought and prepared at Madrid. So this is what they live for.
Yeah, do you think Bayern Munich should now move on from Noah? Has he served his time?
No. How can he move on from Noah? He has all the experience. He has, again, Reggie, that is soccer. It happens. I'm a goalie. It happens.
It happens.
Sometimes it's lack of concentration. And sometimes too, goalies are human beings too. When the pressure comes, you start overthinking. The goalie is the last form of defense. And when that pressure comes, you start overthinking and you lose concentration. It happens to even the best. So that without Neuer and this, it would have even been more than Madrid would have run away with this with this game. So no way they shouldn't look because of one mistake. No, they should be looking at firing Thomas Tuchel ASAP. Because again,
he could be about to say something.
Yeah, I'm just speaking in defense of. I know the way we analyze football these days, players are pretty much, you have to be perfect and never make mistakes. And there are deliberate mistakes and there are mistakes that are not deliberate. This is one of them. If you watch the way Vinicius hit that ball bounced right in front of Neuer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bounced in front of him, came off his chest collar. Yeah. So that thing is not something you blame a goalkeeper for. I don't know how many keepers will catch that ball one time. Perhaps they will punch.
Oh, but it wasn't a hot. It wasn't a hot shot.
The reason why I'm pointing it out, I'm sure if that was some goalkeepers, if it was Onana, I'm telling you, everybody will be on his neck. That Onana has finished United. That's what I'm saying. But because no one has achieved it in the game, nobody's going to call it out. Because for me, at that time of the game, one goal up, 70-something minutes or 80-something minutes into the game, you have about 5 or 10 minutes to go, achieving what an unprecedented result in Real Madrid. I mean, that was
already because of one mistake. Because of one mistake, you're going to kick a goalkeeper.
You remember Liverpool?
Do you know how much Neuer could cost? Like a goalkeeper that could play from the back, a short stopper, a quick goalkeeper. Like, what are you looking for? Because one mistake.
That's what I'm saying. What you're counting now is what he has done in the past. I'm saying if
we're talking about today's game.
If it was some other keeper at this level, at that time of the game, at this stage, I'm telling you, he'll be cooked this night.
Reggie, I'm sorry.
And you know what I remember Liverpool. You remember the goalkeeper, Keller or something like that, in semi-final or finals. He had exactly the same. That guy's career ended from that.
That was it. That you can't compare it to.
That's what I'm telling you exactly.
You can't compare it. No, why I say you can't compare it to is that guy has been having gaffes after gaffes.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. The reason I'm saying,
but Nia hasn't been.
No, the reason I'm saying the reason why you're not holding no accountable is because of what you've done in the past. But I'm saying in this game now, at that time in the game, at this level, that mistake was costly. Forget about everything I'm talking about Thomas Tuchel, which are right. But if you didn't make that mistake, I'm sure maybe by now Bayern Munich will be in the finals.
No, it doesn't. Reggie, sorry, Babati, just want to Reggie. Soccer players are human beings just like you.
Yes.
It's just like the day you played 2 weeks ago. You made so many mistakes. Are they saying because of Reggie fell on the ground, he couldn't pass the ball? That means Reggie cannot play again. No, he's a goalkeeper that, with goalkeepers too, they age like fine wine. The older they get, the better they become. And Neuer has proved himself not just because of this. Okay, you're talking about he's making mistakes. What about in this game? Do you know how many saves Neuer made to keep Bayern still in this game? Are you saying because of that one mistake, they blame players, analysts, directors of football when they look at it? They don't look at this as you and I, as you're talking. Oh, he made one mistake. If that's the case, no player will be playing for their team because everybody makes little mistakes. Yeah, the thing they'll be looking at the tactical breakdown of how this game was lost, and they are making a good decision again, letting Thomas Tuchel go because he cost them this game.
Yeah. Obviously, he's already going. So, and this is one of the reasons why they don't want him to get in the team. But I'm just saying, at this level, it's always said, at this level, you have to switch. Like you said earlier on, if you're playing against Real Madrid in Champions League, at this level, you have to be switched on 100 minutes until the game is over. Don't think it's over. So for a player of this level, it's just like, yes, it's a mistake. Every player makes mistakes. There are some mistakes that the people are supposed to go, be accountable for. Like, for instance, if Rudiger makes a bad pass and dashes the ball to Kane and Kane scores, yes, it's a mistake. People know that, but at the end of the day, he has to be called out. I think, I feel in Bayern Munich at that point. That's what I feel, and it has to be said. I'm not saying anybody is above mistake, but that was a costly one for Bayern Munich, honestly, and I didn't expect it from him. But they wanted to say something before we move on to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to buttress the point that my friend was trying to raise, and you as well too. You see, you cannot use that to punish him. As a matter of fact, I think he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world today. And for what he has done, at least the antecedent is there for him. See, the goal he conceded, anyone can concede it. The texture of the tempo of the game is quite different. You play soccer very well. we are not playing on the sand that, even though on the sand, even though on the grass, you could have understand that when you play some shot on the grass, it's wet already. If you do not calculate very well, it will bounce on you probably and result to go. And what he did in the first place is like, you see, if you look at the way the shot comes, it come in a way that, there was a force on it. You get what I mean? There was a force on it. And once the ball bounces, he miscalculates. So he cannot use that to me. If I'm the coach, I cannot use that to judge him. I think where the problem comes from the Bayern Munich is like, once he's changed Musiala and Kane, that is where the problem comes from. Because if you analyze the ball very well, look at the ball, the game is just like a 50-50 at a point. But once you remove those two people, it's a very good luck for Real Madrid. They capitalize on those mistakes, and that's it. So I think, like what he said, the coach needs to call for investigation for doing that.
Yeah, of course. Tuchel has already left Bayern. Next season, they're looking for a new coach now. And
but he tried now. He brought them there. At least anywhere. Look, this man is trying. This coach is trying. Tuchel is trying. At least if you look at his own previous years, he has taken some of.
No, definitely. When it comes to cup runs, I expect him. He's
he's a good coach.
Even in this game, we're giving him props. Well, the way he set up against Bayern. I mean, who would have thought that 1 month ago, this picture was done that both legs, Madrid will sweat to their backside to go through in this picture. Many people thought that it was going to be a sweet qualification for Madrid, but look at where we are today.